This is segment 2 of 13 segments in which I am discussing building a business plan following a 13-step outline. A business plan is a series of documents, segments of information, and an outline of a plan of action put down on paper so that the new business entrepreneur can follow. There are many plan templates available in books, on the internet, from various government and small business entities, and each one has a very good outline that one can use. The business entrepreneur should be willing to explore several different templates before beginning the building of a business plan process. This segment, I will be exploring products and services that you, the business owner, will be selling. At first glance, this segment would appear to be the easiest of all segments. However, defining the product and services of the business can be most time-consuming because of the layers of information pertaining to the product and services. Each product and service carries with an overall image based on the past experiences of its customer base. If the product service is relatively new, potential customers will have to see the benefits first, and the descriptions must be very clear, concise, and accurate to gain the attention of the customer. Oftentimes, new business entrepreneurs sell products and services that customers are familiar with, and they have the perception that these are not available in a given area, or that these new entrepreneurs can sell or perform the same service at a reduced cost. Selling and marketing strategies will differ based upon whether the customers are familiar with the product or services themselves. Whether the items are sold are new or similar to others, there are several key questions the entrepreneur must answer. These surround the what, the who, when, where, and why. Let's start with the what. In one sentence, the entrepreneur should be able to give a definite description of what the business sells and services. An example would be, I sell trendy fashion shoes to 20 to 40-year-old women. Or, I'm an automobile mechanic that repairs engines as well as perform preventative maintenance such as oil changes. Another description example would be, my restaurant sells home-cooked meals as well as catering. Now, I realize that the business can have many products and services, but usually there is one major product or service that carries the business. Let's look at the who. The who are targeted customers willing to consider one's product and services. The entrepreneur must ask themselves who would continually buy the products and services the business entrepreneur wishes to sell. Demographic information is just not how many available customers are in the area, but also about the behavioral and emotional characteristics and the needs of the customers. Likewise are the socioeconomic impacts regarding the community and customers residing there. Targeted customers must feel that the products and services meet a need and, of course, are affordable. The third question is the when. Our commerce society revolves around cycles. In any given year, we have 12 months, which have 18 or more different shopping periods. To name a few, we have Thanksgiving, Christmas, New Year's, Easter, Memorial Day, Labor Day, and many, many others. Customers follow buying cycles and are dependent on paydays, their own credit, days of the week, and so forth. Some product and services can be very periodic and can be limited based on a variety of cycles. The when can be a significant determiner as to the availability of customers wanting to purchase product and services. The fourth question is the where. As our technology increases and our global markets expand, the where is becoming an important part of the products and services. We no longer live in a buying community that serves regional areas. We have co-op buying markets, internet global sales, large inventory stores such as Walmart, Target, Lowe's, and secondary and tertiary competition. In addition, customers look for convenience, travel time, parking, and oftentimes multitask shopping experiences. Location is becoming even more an important factor in selling product and services. And finally, the why. Why is one of those open-ended questions that cannot be easily dismissed. A business entrepreneur should ask themselves, why should a customer buy their products and services? The easy answer might be that it's the price is lower and the quality much higher. But sometimes entrepreneurs might see that there is no other business in the area, and consequently it would assume that a lot of people would frequent the business. There is a variety of answers, and the closer we come to answering the why, the more our product and services will be considered. In understanding the product and services, one should start with their own buying habits. Oftentimes we buy because we trust who is selling. Buying is based on emotional and physical needs. When there are a variety of choices, preferences to product and services, sales become more of an emotional buy than a logical purchase. Suppose you are hungry and you are traveling to a road that has 5 different styles of restaurants. Your need, of course, is hunger, but you will purchase based on satisfying an emotional want and secondarily on price. As one can see, there are many factors in selecting product and services. Determining the right products and services in an area you can provide determines how much time you will be spending in marketing the product and services. Understanding your primary competitor, as well as your secondary and tertiary competitors, can determine the number of sales. As we look at a later segment in cash flows, there's a certain number of sales of the product and service a business entrepreneur must sell each month to break even. Running a business is being aware that the business generates a certain amount of expenses, whether a sale occurs or not. There are 3 kinds of expenses, and they include the direct cost of the product, the controllable, and the fixed expenses. The fixed expenses can be loans, insurance, rent, required payroll salaries, and more. Determining the number of product and services that must be sold on a monthly period is important, as it tells the owner the number of customers who must buy. A business may have the best price and the highest quality, but if there are not sufficient sales, the business owner will eventually go under.